Do you want to know how to improve your YouTube thumbnails to get more views? Then stick around. Hey guys, today I'm going to give you guys a couple of tactical ways on how you can improve your thumbnails on YouTube. And these tips are basically from me analyzing a lot of thumbnails of mine and figuring out what works for me and what works for other channels that I've analyzed as well. And this is just a compilation of those tactics. Okay, so the first tactical thing I want to discuss is choosing colors and using the contrasts and outlines. Now, I don't know which software you use to make your thumbnails. I personally use Photoshop, which is made by Adobe, of course. So what I've personally found is that using complementary colors from the color wheel. So if there's a color wheel, right, just imagine there's a color wheel and white is on one side and then black is on the other side, then those are complementary colors. If you don't know what that means, you can just Google search it. But using complementary colors on your YouTube thumbnail helps to highlight an image, or overall just converts better for me. Contrast and outlines allow for the subject of the video to stand out against the background. This can really help if you want to add depth of field to your thumbnails and make the subject stand out or get viewed more. This can really help you to pop certain images and to deliver that actual story that you want to show from your thumbnail, which will increase your CTR, which is click-through rate. Now, outlines help, right? So how does outlines help? Basically, we use complementary colors, outlines, and contrast to pop an image or a subject out of the thumbnail, and it really helps. So if you're not already using that, start using it. The second thing is human faces and strong emotions, which deliver a story, right? You always want to deliver a story with your thumbnails, and that's why you really pop a subject out of the thumbnail to actually deliver that story. Now, if you have a human face, I've seen that human faces convert a lot more than just the thumbnails that don't have human faces, because that it really relates with us. It relates with actual human beings watching the video, and not just human faces, but human faces who have eye contact, right? If you're looking into your audience through the thumbnail, then you have a more likely chance of them clicking the thumbnail. And also, telling a story to your audience or showing the outcome in the thumbnail is really important, as this helps your audience retention as well as your overall watch time. But it really depends on your niche, right? If you can show your face or not, and if you can really deliver a story on it. For creators tutorials, I don't prefer to show my face, and we can't really deliver a story, but I try my best, because we just literally can't deliver a story, because the videos like how to share a private video, right? I try my best to actually show the sharing icon, show the YouTube icon, and just putting in text and words to actually display what I'm going to do for them in the thumbnail. Now, if you actually can deliver a story, an actual story that you're telling, like you could display a story in vlogs, and you could obviously put human faces in vlogs as well, which can really help you gain those clicks, and then those clicks could actually lead to watch time, which would overall help your channel. Now, apart from human faces, what you can actually do is show strong emotion as well, because I've seen it been very beneficial, as people will connect emotionally with the content, and it's more likely for them to click on the video. Not only showing your face, but also showing strong human emotion is important if you can, and if your niche allows you to. Talking about niche, well, analyzing your competition is also very important, because if you analyze the best channels around your niche, you will figure out what thumbnails might work for you. Because for every niche it's different. For me, especially the tutorial niche, it's different than the vlogging niche, because I can't just show my face and deliver a story. Well, actually I can deliver a story, but it's really hard to deliver a story, right? The second thing is, you don't want to put a lot of text in vlog niches. It's because text really doesn't convert. That is because people want to watch videos on YouTube. They don't want to read. If they want to read, they could go to Twitter or just read a vlog or just read an article or something like that. They want to actually consume a video. So having text on your thumbnail really reduces the chance of it being clicked. But if you're a education niche like me, then you actually are really forced to do it. I would say yes, you are forced to do it. And yeah, so if you're not forced to do it and you can like deliver the thumbnail in another way, like more of an image type way than a text type way, then I would certainly recommend it more. And in terms of analyzing your competition, you'll always see that in the vlog niches it's less text, more images, and for tutorial niches like me, education niches, it's really more text than visuals. So just analyzing your competition, figuring out what's happening in your niche, and grabbing from those best YouTubers out there, and just looking at the person that you're trying to replicate to figure out what thumbnails they use. It's a really amazing thing you could do at the beginning when you're first starting out. The person you're obviously trying to mimic is gonna have a closely resonated or target audience with your topic. So basically, if you're in the same niche as the best YouTuber you want to mimic, then your audiences are gonna overlap. You're gonna find the target audiences that really match to your content or your niche, and then you could actually see what's working for your niche and for your target audience, and that could be really helpful when you're just beginning out. So analyzing your competition is a huge factor. Now, designing thumbnails for mobile devices is very huge. It's a very huge factor, let me tell you that. Most people don't do it, but most big YouTubers do. Like, they make their thumbnail really visible through a small device like your mobile device, and it's likely that most of your audience is watching your videos on a mobile device. For most channels, the percentage is around 50 to 70%, and if so, you need to think about making thumbnails that are clear and understanding in a small screen like mobile devices. So make sure you keep that in mind while you're designing your thumbnails to make it viewable in a small device. I personally do it by making the text larger, making the icons that I put in my thumbnails larger, putting my branding elements and making them a little bit larger, and then just in Photoshop there's a cool feature where you could scroll and then it makes the thumbnail smaller, so I could just readjust things there. And you should actually design your thumbnails for mobile devices. You should keep that in mind while you're designing your thumbnails. Now, the other technical thing I would want to discuss this is a huge one, is because it really helps to grow a small channel to a significant amount, and that is branding and consistency. You need to brand your thumbnails. Most people don't do it, but it's really, really important. It's really important. So most people don't do it, but it's really important. Branding and consistency is a really important factor while you're making your thumbnails. Now, having branding such as a watermark for your videos is a key part for making amazing thumbnails. It helps people quickly identify that it's your video, and if they enjoy one of your previous videos, then they will be more enticed to watch another video of yours. Here at Creators Tutorials, we take branding as an essential part, as the channel name is displayed too small in YouTube. Not only branding, but consistency is also a huge factor because it helps people quickly identify it's your video. Having some fonts or style helps. Figure out what converts for you. And yeah, that's all for branding and consistency. So yeah, in Creators Tutorials, I mentioned this before. For Creators Tutorials, we use like that logo on the bottom left corner of the screen, and then we use red bars across our thumbnails for the branding. And for consistency, we use the same font, we use the same background, and then we use the same colors. Well, most of the times we use the same colors, right? And it's a really consistent thumbnail if you go look at it, like on the desktop, or in the mobile. If you just scroll through our videos tab, you can see that the thumbnails are really consistent, and you should actually have that.